Minqin County in Gansu province is located in the northeast corner of the He corridor and is surrounded on three sides by the Tengger and Badane-Jiran deserts. It is one of the main sources for sandstorms all throughout China.
我们这个村庄800多年了，我们的作息原来就住在这个青桃河边上，就是靠这个打鱼为生的。到我们的时候呢，就是这个青桃河的水也干了，他们都陆陆续续的就都搬走了。这呢就我们这个村呢就剩下这个我热活人家了。
In just 20 years, nearly 300 villages in Minqin County have been completely abandoned, displacing more than 20,000 people.
这叫种成回乡，种成回乡不生苦些。种自挂去改沟去苦得很，我们改不动了呢。种成回乡去吧。
4 years ago, Wang Guangcai said goodbye to his last remaining neighbor, making him the last guardian of this ancient village. He and his wife are now caretakers of the only piece of arable land in the village, but most crops can no longer grow here. The only time of year when the arid land receives sufficient water is during the spring plowing. Every month, the director of the Dongrong village committee pays a visit to Wang Guangcai. Although he knows he's unlikely to change his friend's mind, he still tries to convince him of the benefits of relocating. These include subsidies, new housing, fertile farmland, and familiar old neighbors. However, Wang Guangcai's answer is always the same. Wang Guangcai was a teacher at the local primary school for 20 years, but when the villagers started leaving, his students went with them. It was a tough pill to swallow, but he still looks back on his teaching years with great fondness. It's morning in Dongrong village, and Wang Guangcai and his wife are in the midst of their morning routines. Wei still holds on to the belief that his old neighbors will eventually come back, so he has taken it upon himself to refortify some of the old homes. He knows it's a long shot, but even if his village never returns to its former glory, he can at least take some small pride in knowing that he's done everything in his power to save it.
现在这个我的儿女们也希望叫我搬到别的地方去，村长也希望我们搬走啊。老婆子也每天都过到，对我也有很多的意见，也想说的搬到人多的地方去。我现在也自己思想上也很乱，不知道该不该搬走。
The village director has one last chance to convince Wang Guangcai. He decides to take Wei to a place in Minqin County where he can see for his own eyes that it truly takes a concerted effort to stop the spread of desertification.
人家这下子就已经活好了，再说的话，没成年还相当大，水没办法，水反正就是公路上放钢笼刺上去，问这个说钢笼水浇3块4酸。
The area where these two men are standing has been marked for reclaiming. The desert land has been divided into small squares by wheat straw. The dense grid extends across the vast desert like a large net. Amazingly, this large grid system took only a month to build and mobilized 300,000 people throughout the country.
把他带到那呢，主要的目的就是说，让他开始哈，让他白走的，不是说是让他的那批家园荒废，也给他说明这个问题，在没有人的地方，我们年轻人民仍然会织那啥么的，还在织那稿子跟纸画呢，也给他说明了这个问题，不能让他光顾着自己的家，狭隘的说他的家就是家，应该让他比得说。 整个民情宇宙，甚至整个地球，是这个更大的家园。
In China, large-scale desertification control has been underway since as far back as the 1950s. Since then, sand stabilization techniques, such as the checkerboard system seen here, have become a common practice in combating desert encroachment. In Minqin County, it has worked wonders. However, the local people have decided to take an extra step in taming the unruly sand dunes. Now, they have begun planting rose willows in the grid, hoping to bring back the oasis the desert devoured. It's all Wang Guangcai needs to hear. Finally, he decides to take the advice of the village head and join the tree planting effort. Now he is part of a bigger family, all fighting for the same common goal, building a lush red willow forest.